And then it says another study suggests that girls who see their dads engaged as full-time partners are more likely to work outside the home and pursue careers beyond gender stereotypes. And then the last one is support your community. And that one's pretty self-explanatory. And stuff like this is supporting my community, things that he does supports his community and who he's trying to help. So before we move to the last segment, anything you want to add to that list or just piggyback on?
I would destroy that list. It's so wrong. There's so much
Really?
wrong. Oh yeah, there's so much wrong in what you said.
Okay,
So
good. Let's
much
talk
wrong.
about it.
Because there are gender roles. Fuck that noise that there's no gender roles. Like your
Ha!
number 4 that says, as soon as somebody says gender role, I know it's bullshit. There are. So let me put it this way. I'm 6'1". I weigh about 210 pounds. My girlfriend's 5'4". She weighs 105 pounds.
Okay.
Who's the protector between the two of us?
You,
Why?
because you're the bigger one
That
and you're the
but
man.
but not only that, but genetically speaking,
Yeah.
I will be bigger, taller, I'm more muscular. I'll be stronger. My bone density is higher. It is proven that I have a higher threshold for pain. I'm more aggressive and I will take more risk. So it only makes sense that I'm the protector. In the same way as if you look at a man, he's supposed to provide. 95% of the 20 most dangerous jobs are done by men. Why? Because they pay more. It's not nobody's saying out there, oh, we don't have enough bricklayers out there. No women is complaining about that. Yet this is a job that sucks and it's a job that is done by men to support their family. It pays more, but nobody's complaining about this. There are gender roles everywhere. The statistics will show you. Look at it. A man does a better job of raising a kid as a single parent than a mother does. The statistics are out there. 90% of kids that are part of a divorce go with a woman. The 10% that don't do better in every single aspect of their lives. Every single one of them. They're more adjusted emotionally. They're better in school. They're more disciplined. They're more helpful. They care for others more. It's incredible when you look at the statistics. So they are gender roles. But the problem that we're having, and what I hate about lists like the one you just provided, is me saying that as a man I'm supposed to protect and provide does not take anything away from my woman. On the
Right.
contrary, I'm disposable. If you look at history, it's always children and women before. We always take care of our women. How is me taking my responsibility of becoming a protector and a provider and being courageous taking anything away from my woman? On the contrary, if you look, I was raised by a single woman. She was not able to be her full feminine person. She was not able to show me emotional intelligence from a young age, because that is the role of a mother. A role of a father is to show discipline. The role of a mother is to show emotional connection, because she is the first woman I've ever loved. No wonder most of my relationship with women have always been garbage, because the first person that I loved as a woman was not there for me to teach me this, because she was too busy trying to be a man and trying to be a woman at the same time. And she was trying to be both energies, masculine and feminine at the same time, that she did none of it properly. But this does not take away from anything. On the contrary, why do you think that if you look at studies right now, 90% of men, 90% of engineers are men, and it's even higher than that, but let's say 90%.
Yeah.
Now they're starting to see that people in the medical field, not just nurses, because right now 86.6% of nurses in the US are women, but now they're starting to see in medicine as a whole, as a field of study, it's more than 70% are women. And don't worry, 20 years from now it will be 90% of people in medicine will be women. Why? They care more, they're more compassionate, they're kinder, they care about others. It goes with their natural traits. We're protectors, we're providers. You know what? They care. That's what women do. Does
Yeah.
that mean that they can't be a protector too? No, of course not. They can be a protector, but that's not their main role. And the same way as a man can be emotional, but that's not our main role. Our main role is to be
Right.
stoic so that our woman can be as emotional as they want. So this is where, when as soon as I hear gender roles are everywhere, and it always comes from feminists. But you know what happens the day shit hits the fan? A feminist turns into the most feminine person ever and calls a man to come help her. Every time, it never fails.
Now, see, here's the thing, because a lot of the things, if not most things, I agree with you on.
Hmm.
Now, when I got this list, see, and I'm looking at it from a different lens. I'm
Yep.
looking at it from the lens of like I'm all for self-care, and self-care is just not like a manicure, pedicure. Like
Hmm.
I'm all for. I had this issue with my back. I was getting massage therapy. That was a form of
Yeah, but that's being
self-care.
smart. Men are dumb when it comes to that. And I'll
Yeah.
be the first one. I've had a lot of surgeries and I've always waited. So yes.
Yeah, I gotta get stuff before I get stuff before surgery. I ain't got time. You know, the whole practicing empathy thing. More so, I think that because I don't when they talk about toxic masculinity, because here's the thing. I said this on a few episodes and I caught flack for it. I'm anti-feminist, but I am pro women empowerment. I'm all for women empowering you
Mhm.
when I'm a strong woman, but I'm
100%.
anti-feminist for sure.
You don't like
Because
the third wave of feminism.
yeah,
The first two, they wanted to vote and they wanted to be equal in the face of the law. I
yeah,
couldn't agree with that more.
right.
But now they want to replace what they perceive as a patriarchy by a matriarchy.
Yeah,
That Me
no.
Too movement is the third wave of feminism. It's bullshit. That part, bro, we agree. The first two, though, I they deserve to be
Yeah,
equal to men when it comes to the law. Come on, like, they
right.
deserve the same rights as we do.
Yeah, they're not animals. But for real, that's how they were treated. And so I agree with again with embracing emotional authenticity. And like you
Mhm.
said, I actually was surprised you didn't agree with that one, only because earlier you mentioned how a lot of these boys and things that they had they a man should have temperament, can control themselves, right?
Yep,
We don't
yep.
see that in today's society. A lot of
No,
men they don't realize that anger is an emotion. So when you're quick to get angry and yell and ready to fight, and I'm gonna just beat everybody up, half of y'all can't even fight. But when you quick,
half. As a fighter, I can tell you it's like 99.9% of guys out there can't fight worth a
so
shit.
you can't so I'm thinking that's good because you can able to communicate and regulate what's going on within you so that you don't go to that level, because I don't see anything wrong with going to a therapist. I've been to a therapist two
Hmm?
different occasions, and most toxic men will say, I don't need a therapist, I need my friends, but your friends don't know nothing, so I don't get that. Now, what we can say with the challenging gender roles, I don't like that title. I agree with you on that, but I think that in this one it is a little
But
weird.
it doesn't come from the man, though.
That
That
too.
emotional intelligence does not come from the father, it comes from the mother.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I don't like those lists, because it's like, it's not the job of a father to show that to his son. It's really the job of the mother to show him how to be kind and compassionate. Men, on the other hand, will show him, like, look at the Greeks when they did when they the 300 movie. Every man out there has seen it, but the agoge that's based on the Greeks, the boys would spend most of their time with their mothers until the age of 7 or 8. Why?
Mm-hmm.
So that they could have that emotional connection, so that they could be taught to be kind. That's why it was mostly with their mother throughout that. But then when they were 8, they were taken by men, because a man needs to be surrounded by men in order to learn what it is to be a man. There's
Right.
no it's so and that's why when they say there's no gender roles, it's bullshit. There's gender roles everywhere. It's just we don't want to admit to it because we believe that it takes away from others. But
Yeah.
my girlfriend is more compassionate, she's more kind than I am. Does that mean I'm not kind and compassionate? Of course not. But to me, it is worked on. I had to acquire that. She has that by nature. She has it. She is a lot nicer than I am. It is the
Yeah.
way that she is. But she be aggressive? 100%. Can she be aggressive on my level? Fuck no. Hell no. Hell no. But those are natural skills. And this is the thing: when they say gender role, they take away from natural abilities, things that were given to us by God to operate in a certain way. And it is sexist, it is misogynist, I don't care, it's still a reality.
And we hear all about the reality. So let's go to the final segment, and this is game time. This game is called American Idol. Now, this game is simply, I'm just the conversation's been great, and I knew that. But this game is naming several figures, and I want you to tell me whether or not they are a good idol, a good, I'll say good role model. We'll use the term
Sure,
role model,
sure.
and versus or a bad one. All
Cool.
right, all right. The first one, rapper Drake.
Oh man, no good. No good. And he's Canadian. Fucking asshole.
Andrew Tate.
Depends.
Okay, why you say
But
depend?
I don't like the way he made his money. I don't like that he exploited young men because basically he sold sex to young men. So he took money away from men with porn addiction in order to get rich.